Virgin Radio and Grouse Mountain presents
Nat and Drew's Sexy Survey.
Take our sexy survey online at virginradio.ca. There's still time. You'll be entered into the draw for pink tickets. We reveal questions to some of the questions that are on the survey. The full answers will be up online on Monday. But this morning, this is a pretty contentious issue because it's one of those where really nobody's wrong. The question, would you continue to date someone after discovering that you don't like their children?
2800953. Mark, would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you been in that position before, Mark?
Oh, yeah, I've been in that position about 8.5 years, but ultimately it didn't work out with the lady. But, if you love the person, then, you have to persevere. They're kids, right? So they're growing up. You're a new person. You're not their father, but you have to try and give them unconditional love. And my relationship now with the kids is fabulous.
So it was tough for you, but how long were you in that relationship though before you felt like there was a solid relationship with the kids? How long did that take?
Oh, it took a while, like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and how difficult were they?
It's different though because there was 3 of them, and the youngest one I was always the closest to in the beginning. So each one of the relationships actually changed. Some of them that were closer became farther away, and then they became closer again. So, some of them that weren't close became close. So
okay, but on a scale of 1 to 10, for the one that was the worst, the most difficult to build a relationship with, Mark, a scale of 1 to 10, how bratty?
How bratty?
How bratty?
I wouldn't really say
See,
bratty.
then they're not difficult
Mark,
kids.
But you think you missed the point where Mark now says he has a good relationship with the
But
kids.
at one point they were bratty.
Doesn't want to reopen that. Joining us in studio this morning, we have a camera crew in studio with us for the TV show Job Hunters, which premieres this fall on Czech. They're doing a lot of behind-the-scenes filming. Maggie Dorf is the host of the show. She's kind of been silent and in the background for most of the show this morning. But this topic is your life. You've got a lot of experience with it.
Yeah.
You're a single mom. How old's your daughter?
My daughter's 12. I've been a single parent for a decade now. Yeah.
So when you're trying or when you're dating, have you found that, eventually when you introduce somebody to your daughter, if they don't get along, are you making it as a deal breaker or is it the other person?
You know what? This is a really, really tough topic. And I think the most important thing to remember is that a child is forming themselves, their opinions. And so whatever they are at that particular moment isn't necessarily what they will be in a week, a month, a year. Mm-hmm. So, and the ideal situation's already gone out the window. Mom and dad aren't together. This is a new person. Right.
So have you ultimately had to end a relationship because it just wasn't working out between the person you were dating and your child? Did you ever make that call? That decision's
always based on myself and the partner, never the child themselves.
No, but you have ended a relationship you've been in because it just wasn't working between your child and your partner?
No.
So you've never...
No.
Okay.
No, and there's a lot of truth to the fact that if it's a really bratty kid and you just don't like that kid...
Yeah.
Specifically, then yes, absolutely, I think you should end it. However, when things are going tough and bad, that's not really a good reason to pull the plug. You need to give it some time.
The responses, overwhelmingly no. About 2/3, 63% saying no, they would not continue to date after discovering that they do not like their boyfriend or girlfriend's children. 37% said they would. They would stick it out, kind of like what Mark was talking about a little bit, what you were talking about, Maggie, about, initially don't be too quick to judgment, stick it out and see what happens for the long haul if you care about that person.
Yeah, and, boarding school. There's always
nothing says true love.
Yeah, true love. If you really love somebody,
sending your child away.
virginradio.ca if you want to take our sexy survey and enter to win pink tickets. We'll reveal the answers to more questions coming up on the show tomorrow. This is Imagine Dragons and Radioactive on Virgin.